It has been a weird couple of weeks. Anybody in life is going to deal with mental health hurdles and challenges and struggles at certain periods. I think if you've gone through something, physically wrong with your health and really struggled with that, I think it weighs on you in a different way. It's something that I developed over the course of a decade with Barrett's esophagus, starting out just worrying about episodes flaring up, but just that constant level of stress, this chronic stress, this constant worrying kind of bled out into other areas of my life. And that has been one of the last hurdles that I'm dealing with in this journey back to full health. And in any journey, recovery in any regard, mental health, physical health, addiction, anything like that, the journey never ends, right? The journey is just part of life. It's something you're going to keep working towards. That being said, this past week was pretty tough. No real rhyme or reason why. Was definitely out of my routine for a couple of weeks in regards to my normal morning routine. When I got sick, things kind of got thrown off, and it took me a minute to get back into what I typically do. And I think that played a role. Nothing else really out of the norm that would have really triggered anything. But I've spent the last week anyway, really fine-tuning, really dialing things back in. I don't even want to call it a trigger, but one thing I notice is that if there's a week, if there's a few days, if there's a single day where I'm really, really, really attached to my phone, attached to the computer, just a ridiculous amount of screen time, I do notice that the following day or week, whatever it ends up being, is a bit more of a struggle. And I think over the course of the last week, when I've kind of recalibrated my routine, unplugging was a huge, huge part of that. So staying off the phone for anything I don't need to be on it for, asking myself when I pick it up, what am I doing? Is it for work, or am I just scrolling to scroll? And kind of catching myself with that. That's really the concept of mindfulness. So people who think that meditation is woo-woo and it's not going to solve anything, meditation in itself isn't the resolution to all of your mental health issues. What meditation does, what mindfulness does, the concept of mindfulness is to bring you back into the present moment. And what that does is heighten your awareness for certain things that, feed you in a good way and, poison you in a bad way. What's doing well for you? What isn't doing well for you? What is the problem? What's the potential solution to get around that? So with mindfulness, with meditation, it brings awareness to things you need to fix so that you can improve those areas of your life. Avoiding distractions, not worrying about what we don't need to be worrying about, just staying in the present moment. So that's what I've really tried to pinpoint and utilize is, staying in the present moment. What are my current triggers? Technology happened to be one. So I've unplugged, been doing a lot with the chicken coop, which, I was joking around the other day. It's pretty meditative. It's a ton of work and I am tired. And I'll show you guys this later, but just painting, something as simple as painting, going through the strokes, taking a look at what you're doing, being present with what you're doing, it's therapeutic, it's meditative. That's mindfulness at its finest. Mindfulness can be applied to anything you're doing, building a chicken coop, painting, washing dishes, folding laundry. Mindfulness is just being there in that moment, not thinking about other things, not distracting yourself. When we're meditating, it's the same concept. We're paying attention to the breath. When we're doing other things, when we're washing dishes, when we're painting, you're just being there with your paintbrush. You are there. There's nothing else to worry about. You're not worried about the past, present, future. You're just in the moment. Whatever is in front of you is all that you're thinking about. So I've been focused a lot more on that today, this past week. Kai and I took an unplanned trip to the beach. It was not a great beach day. Very cloudy, and it actually rained on us on the way there, but it was awesome. We spent a couple hours there just digging, throwing seashells in the water. Just little things like this that allow you to really plug into the current moment. Unplug from technology, but plug into what's happening right in front of you. So that's my little mental health spiel for the day. I'm trying to get consistent content out to you guys. So little things like this, little pop-ups, conversations, things that I'm going through. These are the things that I'm going to share with you. So a little B-roll from this morning, and we'll introduce you guys to maybe the chicks and show you the coop in a little bit. a chicken coop. I'm not weirdly sitting and sweating in a chicken coop. But this is one more very important part of my regimen. Not required. Obviously, not everyone can, put a sauna in their apartment or in their backyard or anything like that. But this is just something that, apart from the physical benefits, mentally I get out of this, I'm feeling great. For those of you who can't, get the sauna, you're not limited to similar benefits. So a big part of this is just getting in here and sweating all the nasties out, especially if you're going through, SIBO, you're going through, getting rid of pests, getting rid of parasites, things like that. It helps to sweat the toxins out. You're releasing toxins as those things are dying off. So just getting out, training outside, even if it's not outside, just getting yourself into a sweat, working out hard, doing some cardio, taking a hot shower, a hot bath, all these things are very beneficial. And the things you're doing with hot exposure are also giving you the benefit of heat shock proteins. So activating those heat shock proteins basically. No, this is not a chicken coop. I'm not weirdly sitting and sweating in a chicken coop. But this is one more very important part of my regimen. Not required. Obviously, not everyone can, put a sauna in their apartment or in their backyard or anything like that. But this is just something that, apart from the physical benefits, mentally I get out of this, I'm feeling great. For those of you who can't, get the sauna, you're not limited to similar benefits. So a big part of this is just getting in here and sweating all the nasties out, especially if you're going through, SIBO, you're going through, getting rid of pests, getting rid of parasites, things like that. It helps to sweat the toxins out. You're releasing toxins as those things are dying off. So just getting out, training outside, even if it's not outside, just getting yourself into a sweat, working out hard, doing some cardio, taking a hot shower, a hot bath, all these things are very beneficial. So this chicken coop was supposed to be a weekend project, maybe $1,000. Needless to say, that wasn't the case. This is about my 10th trip. I don't know if you guys can see that back there. My 10th trip to Home Depot, picking up, it's little things that you got to reframe. You weren't thinking about. I haven't built a chicken coop before. This has to go here because that has to go there. So a lot of thinking as you're going throughout this. I'm in this for probably close to $3,000 at this point, and over a month. Not like working on it every day for a month, but like a couple hours here and there over the course of probably 5 weeks at this point. So this is a pretty big project. It's beautiful. It's going to be awesome. Maybe we get even more chickens. We have 10 right now waiting to get into this McMansion. But we want to do a little compound around here. So I'll show you guys around the yard and the things that we want to do. But we've got some fruit trees, fruit bushes. Gonna have the chicken coop finished up here hopefully by the end of the week. And then this fall or this spring, I really want to do a vegetable garden. I want to get a huge garden. We've got a great spot for it in the back. So this little homestead, just being as self-sufficient as we can, is something that we've taken little by little, but it's turning into something pretty cool. All right, so here we are. Gonna have a door going right here. That'll be a little extra storage. The wall you're seeing with the windows and the little pop door, I believe they call it, on the bottom, that's where the coop is actually going to be. So this open area will be the run underneath here. They can go under it as well. And then this area back here, this is the coop. So the whole thing is 12 by 12, and they'll be able to free range in the yard as well. But this is just, at night or if we're away, they have plenty of room to run around in here. And we'll have plenty of eggs. So as of right now, we've got a couple cherry trees. And then we've got blueberry bushes we put in last year. They're starting to come through. Raspberry bush. Elderberries. And a blackberry bush we just put in. Well, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. Again, anything you guys wanna see, this channel was created for you guys, taking you through my journey, a lot of the things that we're doing, you know, around the house and, you know, just supporting this lifestyle. So drop it in the comments. I'll respond there, as well as make future content based on those things. If you can like this video, subscribe, it means the world to me, helps me spread the message and reach a broader audience. So I appreciate you, and we will catch you in the next one.